A nation trapped in darkness. The fading future of an entire generation of Pakistan. Imagine this. The morning sun rises, but in millions of homes across a country, the day does not truly begin. Alarms do not ring. There is no noise of school buses. No backpacks hanging from children's shoulders. Children wake up, but not to study. To work. Some lift bricks, some light fires on stoves, and some shoulder the burden of life's responsibilities at a very young age. This is not the story of one lane or one city. This is the story of Pakistan, where the future is slowly moving away from books and drifting closer to darkness. Pakistan often remains in global headlines. Sometimes because of politics, sometimes because of economic crises, sometimes because of security issues. But this time, the reality that has emerged is more dangerous than bombs or bullets, because this reality destroys a person's thinking, capability, and future. Recent figures reveal that 63% of Pakistan's young population has never attended school. That means 6 out of every 10 young people have never seen a classroom, never read letters written on a blackboard, never heard a teacher's voice. This is not just a number, it is proof of the failure of an entire system. The youth population is the greatest strength of any country. It becomes the workforce, drives innovation, and pushes the economy forward. But when that very youth is uneducated, it becomes not a strength but a burden. And Pakistan is currently standing at that dangerous crossroads where its demographic strength is slowly turning into a demographic disaster. The seriousness of this crisis does not end here. Data shows that 23% of teenagers have never even stepped through the doors of formal education. Teenage years are when a person lays the foundation for the future. But here the foundation itself was never laid. As a result, millions of young people have been pushed to the margins of society. Their existence is not counted, and their voices are not heard. The most alarming picture emerges when we look at the condition of women. Around 75% of women aged 15 to 29 have never attended school. This figure does not just show an education gap. It reveals the deep roots of gender inequality. The situation among men is also poor. Nearly 50% of men have never been to school. But for women, this crisis is many times deeper. For a girl, education is not just about books, it is linked to her self-respect, her freedom, and her identity. And when all of this is taken away from her, her entire life gets confined within limits. Girls not going to school is not merely a lack of education. It means being deprived of better jobs, lacking knowledge about health, being unable to recognize one's rights, and not getting equal participation in society. That is why experts call it lifelong exclusion. Once education is missed, many doors in life begin to close automatically. Now the question arises, why are conditions so bad in Pakistan? The biggest reason that emerges is economic hardship. Nearly 75% of youth said they dropped out of school because their family's financial situation did not allow them to continue. For many families, sending a child to school has become a luxury. Books, uniforms, fees, transport. All these expenses become a heavy burden for poor households. And when meeting daily needs becomes difficult, education is the first thing to be sacrificed. Along with poverty, household responsibilities also become a major reason, especially for girls. From a very young age, they are expected to manage the home, cook food, fetch water, and take care of younger siblings and elders. All this work is unpaid, but it consumes both time and energy. The day ends, but the girl is left with neither time to study nor time for herself. The geographical distance of schools is another major problem. In many areas, the nearest school is very far away. Roads are poor, and public transport is unsafe. Parents are afraid, especially when it comes to daughters. This fear slowly turns into a permanent decision. Don't go to school anymore. And this single decision ends up deciding the entire direction of that girl's life. Early marriage delivers the final blow to this entire system. Many girls are found to have an average marriage age of 18 years. That is, marriage even before completing school. After marriage, the possibility of education almost disappears. New responsibilities, pressure from in-laws, childcare. Amid all this, there is no space left for books. The dream of becoming an educated mother dies right there. The story of boys is slightly different, but the pain is just as deep. Many boys are forced at a very young age to become the support system for their families. They have to leave school and go to work. Whether it's at a construction site, in fields, or in small factories. 2/3 of the boys admitted that they felt pressure to start earning from an early age. This pressure pushes them away from education and toward insecure, low-paying jobs. The impact is directly visible in employment. Nearly 75% of young people who are out of school do not have any paid job at all. Even those who do work are mostly in temporary and informal sectors. Despite long hours of hard labor, their monthly income remains very low. There is no job security and no guarantee of a future. The most alarming truth is that more than 90% of young people have never participated in any vocational or skill training program. This means they have neither academic qualifications nor practical skills. This is a double loss. For such youth, finding a place in the formal economy becomes almost impossible. The health situation is equally worrying. Malnutrition is common, especially among women and children. Many young people struggle with chronic pain, fatigue, and mental stress. But access to healthcare is not easy. Hospitals are far away, treatment is expensive, and there is a severe lack of awareness. Mental health is not even considered a serious issue in many places. Problems are brushed aside with remarks like, everything will be fine. When a large population of a country is sick, uneducated, and unemployed, the impact does not remain limited to individuals. It affects the entire society. Crime increases, dissatisfaction grows, and fertile ground is created for extremist ideologies. Frustrated youth become the easiest targets for any wrong path. That is why this crisis is not just Pakistan's internal issue. Its impact spreads across the entire region. No matter how strong borders may be, waves of instability eventually cross them. An education crisis ultimately takes a heavy toll on both security and the economy. The saddest part is that the solution to this crisis exists, but political will is weak. Investment in education does not show immediate results. It is long-term work. And when politics runs on short-term gains, education is always left behind. Opening schools, training teachers, creating a safe environment for girls. All of this requires effort and commitment. If education is prioritized today, if girls' education is made not just a slogan but a policy, if skill training is linked to local employment, the picture can change. But for that, the mindset has to change. There has to be acceptance that real strength lies not in weapons, but in classrooms. Pakistan today stands at a crossroads from where two paths emerge. One path is the old one: rhetoric, delays, and temporary fixes. The other path is difficult: education reform, social change, and a long-term vision. The question is, which path will it choose? Darkness does not arrive suddenly. It spreads slowly. First one child drops out of school, then another, then an entire area. And one day, the whole country asks itself, how did we get here? Because, in the end, nations are not built by GDP alone, but by generations. And if generations grow up in darkness, the future automatically becomes blurred.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources: news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.